Hello guys, this is Roy from Arena Mini 4-Wheel Drive Club, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And for this video, I'm going to show you about how to find a problem if your car gets slow on the Pro chassis. Okay, so here I have an MA, and also here I have an MS. So I will show you if your car gets slow and which part that you should check. Alright, so check it out. If we talk about the gear problem for the both chassis, MA and MS, the gear problem for both chassis are exactly same. So here, let me give you an example. Here I have two gear sets here, the front and the back, of course. And for here, I make the two different type of the gear problem that you usually will see. So for this one, let me see, you can see this one here. Okay, you can see here the gear has been damaged, the orange one, and also for the blue one as well. You can see here it's also damaged as well. So this is usually the problem that will cause like pretty normal, because sometimes same thing as the single shaft, your car fly out and the gear is still trying to spin, and then the power transfer to the blue one, the counter gear, and then after that transfer to the orange gear. Okay, so it makes the gear, the tooth got damaged. So when this keep biting each other, but this is usually the easiest way to find out. Just when you hear your car is running, spinning, and you can hear the gear itself is very noisy, then first you can check the gear is still stay at the good shape. Okay, so this is the first, and the second will be same thing for this side. You can see this one. If I try to like I'm pushing the gears, then I try to turn the wheels, you can see the gear is not moving, but the wheel is turning. Okay, let me see here. I just press both. Then you can see the wheels turning, but the gear is not moving at all. Okay. So the same thing as the MS. Those are the pretty common problem for the Pro chassis. Okay. And the next one will be the pinion gear, because sometimes when you apply the grease and the pinion gear itself get loose, something, or because the motor itself is too hot and create the heat and makes the inside of the pinion gear is melted, so it makes the hole in the pinion gear is getting bigger, so the pinion gear is not stay on the shaft properly, so that will makes the motor still turning, but the gear is not moving at all. Like for the counter gear, this part doesn't move at all. So this will be the pretty common problem too. So whenever you realize your car, even though you put on the track, then the speed is not acting like it is supposed to be. So there's there's three problems that you can check. Okay, so of course, same thing as the single shaft, the wheel also is gonna be a problem. If the wheel inside of the wheel is itself the hole getting bigger, that's gonna cause the problem too. So as same thing as the single shaft, and here is the things that you might need to check. So as the MS, that's the same thing. Okay, so then let's check next one, chassis. All right, check it out. Okay, so now we talk about the chassis. So for the MA, so basically MA is much more stronger than the MS, because MA, the design is totally just one piece, and the material and the design for the MA is much more stronger than the MS. Okay, but it doesn't mean it's unbreakable. It still have possibility that some part will be break. So let me give you an example. So far, for my experience, I had a break on the wheel shaft, this part, and also for the motor holder, this two lock, this two, one, two, this two. I have a break before, and but these two are usually is not break by the hit or the car fly out. It usually break just by us, because like if you play MA, then you will know it's pain in the ass if you want to change the motor, because it's very tough to remove those two, this motor holder. So sometimes we just press too hard, then it makes this one broken. Okay, so this is usually how it get damaged. Okay, so now we talk about the MS. So the MS, usually the most easiest part to break will be the motor holder. Okay, so let me give you example. So here is the motor holder. Okay, so usually this, especially this part, the small this pieces, is very easy to be break. So once you hit too much, and this one definitely gonna get crack for sure, because I cannot count like how many I have been broken already. And but this one also as well, and this two lock is also very easy to get broken as well. And also this part, it's also it's pretty easy to get broken. Okay, and for the MS on the chassis, if you are just playing like regularly, like not suspension, just regular MS, then you should be fine, because the MS is pretty strong as well. Like not strong as the MA, but it's also strong. But if you are playing suspensions, and usually the easiest part break will be this part. Okay, and that we call the T shape. It's pretty easy to get broken, especially this part. Like let me give you an example. Okay, so this part is usually pretty easy to get broken. Okay, and also the wheel bearing, this part as well, it's also pretty easy. And here I have some example for you for this motor holder get broken, and also I will give you some tips about how to make it better. And now I'm gonna give you an example about the motor holder for the MS chassis. You can see this one is totally breaking in, well, not even half, like 3 pieces, and I already lost one already. So you can see this one has been broken already. Okay, and this one, if you can see, there's only one leg left, and here's the pieces that was broken, and I just broken this like 10 minutes before I made this video. Okay, so let's say for this one, I got one way to make this one much more stronger, and is not using this one, is by using the MA. So you can see this one here, the MA motor holder. Okay, so I changed not using this one, then I changed to this one. I found this this way when I totally broken all of my rear part, because sometimes the front part is much more stronger than the rear part. So I found a way to fix that. The problem is by using the MA, but as you can see here, the shape for this two, let me give you an example here. You can see it's totally different, and on the side, see it's different. This one is longer, this one is shorter. So how can we make it fit? So it's pretty simple. So you can see on this side, okay, so you can see on this side, this part is not flat. So what we do is use, here's an example for you, this is from MA. We basically just using the plastic cutter, and we just cut it, make it straight. Okay, so you can see the straight cut, and then you are ready to go. So this is the easiest way to fix that problem. And also, if you're using this, then it can make your car, especially the rear part, it can use longer. Okay, and also the other thing is for the suspension as well. If you're doing the suspension, and this part is easy to get cracked as well. And also for the MS suspension, you usually have to cut the chassis here, right? So sometimes this one will get cracked, then you will not even realize it. So that's the thing you have to watch. And especially when you cannot find a problem on the gears, then it's time for you to find on the chassis. But most likely, I would say 80% of the time for the MS the problem will be on the motor holder, and other problem usually is not that happen that much. So this is the thing you have to you can check right after the gear. All right. Okay, so this is today's video, and if you like this video and you want to see more video like this, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to press the bell, so if I have the new video, then you will know it right away. Thank you. I'll see you next time.